Good morning, friends, and welcome to Park Point. This is a great little park here in Duluth, Minnesota, and it's a peninsula. It just shoots out in between Lake Superior here in front of me and the harbor, which is behind me. So it's a fantastic little spot. Just had sunrise. I was a little bit late, missed a little bit of the color, but it's kind of okay. I came down here today to get detail shots. So this peninsula is really kind of narrow and it's wooded. So there's plenty of areas along here that have washed away and the trees have come down with it. And there's loads of driftwood all over this beach. I was here yesterday just for a little walk to look around and this log grabbed me right away. So I knew I wanted to come out here today, get it in some morning side light, which I just did. And the sun now is creeping up behind the clouds, so we're losing it again. But it'll come back out, it's all right. But today I think is going to be this day of concentrating on small little details and patterns, and that's what grabbed me yesterday with this log, were all these little patterns and waves in the wood, and they're accentuated too by the frost that's on it because it's getting to be winter here, so things are starting to freeze. So it's patterns and details today. Seems a little weird and counterintuitive to be walking along one of the biggest, most beautiful lakes in the world. And then just to turn around and look down at the sand and the dirt, but it's exactly what I'm going to do today. All right, and since I mentioned it, let's talk about this shot, shall we? This log is just kind of up a ways bit from the beach and jutting out from this little crest that falls down. So I got the water right behind it, which is great. Ooh, the battery's about to die in my camera. That's scary. It's not really scary, I got more batteries. It's cold, so I think batteries are gonna die a lot today. All right, and with my battery swapped, here's the shot. So I've got this log sticking out of the sand up here, and I've got the lake right behind it. The idea this morning was to come out here and get this thing with the morning beautiful orange side light on the log. I think I caught that this morning, but we still got some great side light, which is giving some separation. The sky and the water, basically all the same color. I've got just a tick of that sand in the bottom of this shot, and just because I can't really get it out of there. But focusing in on the log here, shooting this at an ISO 50, f9, got a 3-stop neutral density, sorry, in front of the lens, and that's just to take, there's this little, because I am catching that edge of the sand, there's a little bit of a wave break, and every once in a while that line is kind of distracting. I just want this monochromatic background to really pop the details and the patterns in this wood. And that's the shot. 3-second exposure because of the 3-stop. And that's it. So I'm gonna sit here and play with this log for a little bit because it's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's better than bad, it's good. All right, I moved probably a foot to the right. One of the great things about doing like little detail shots is you can spend an entire afternoon on one little log. I don't intend to, but you could. I'm gonna just show you the second shot I got. I moved down the log a little bit. There's this big knob just kind of in the middle, and it's just got these great swirly patterns all over. Again, I've switched to the 70-200 just to push in a little bit further. I'm shooting at 200 millimeters. I'm really grabbing one little section, one little knob on this rock, on this log, sorry. And it's, again, all about the detail on this. And because I'm shooting at 200 millimeters, the lake behind it is just nothingness. So it kind of gives it this great little, I don't know, mountain on an alien planet kind of a look that I really am digging. So that's it, that's the shot. I was shooting at an ISO 50, f9, 1/4 of a second. There's no polarizers, no NDs, there's no need for them. There's no detail in the background whatsoever. And this is all just about being focused in and on that log shape in front of me, and I will show you that now. So you can see here, here's my log out front, and we're just zoomed in on it and just getting really tight. You can see, just if I can demonstrate with my finger. It's hard with the 200 millimeter, but just this shape here. All that blue behind it is the lake. And this is just concentrating on the shape of that log and the textures and the patterns in it. And that's all there is to it. Shot's really simple. Like I said, 2-second timer, F9, about 1/4 of a second. And that one's done. I love it. It's just got this cool, otherworldly feel to it. All right, this is the third photograph on the same log. I know, it's a little bit ridiculous, but it's a great log. The pattern and the textures in it are awesome. This one is just a little knot, again, in the wood, and there's this little band of frost right across the top of it that I really like. So I've done a couple of slight little variations on it. This one is just straight down. This one is an attempt just to keep everything in focus. If I keep the subject of my photograph in plane with the sensor or the film, it should keep everything in focus at one focus point, so I don't have to like focus in multiple spots and stack them and do a bunch of, you know, weird Photoshop magic stuff. But the shot's really simple. Again, all about textures and patterns in the wood. Just kind of zooming in on the log. See here what we're looking at. So I got this little band of frost right here along the top, and then just this great, just zook, 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 and then there's little grains of sand stuck in all these little cracks and in the wood, and that's kind of it. That's the gist of the photo. ISO 100, f9, 20th of a second. No polarizers, no filters, completely unnecessary here. And that's the shot. Let's explore down the beach a little bit. What's grabbing my attention right now is all of this sand behind me that is frozen. So it's got these wavy patterns in it. So I think I'm just gonna walk down this beach looking at my feet like a sad, lonely man, looking for a cool and interesting pattern in the sand. And the ice, we got little ice flows going on. The lake is dead calm. This is a gorgeous morning. This is fantastic. All right, ooh, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Here comes the light, here comes the light. Boom, 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 here comes the light. Oh, that's it. That's all the pretty that you wanted. Okay. All right, I have moved down the beach a little ways, and I found this great little spot in the sand. Like I said, the sand has been frozen, so you get water coming in, erosion happens, sand washes away. Well, water comes in, water freezes, sand washes away, frozen sand stays. It's really cool. So it's got this shelf effect. So I've got this sand, this frozen sand that's got this little shelf on it, and then it's just all these little wave patterns that are just frozen into the sand. And then these little like bubbly bits on the ends, and then dropped down below that is the still wet sand below it. And then I've got this one tiny little black rock in the frame. And that's it, focusing in on the edges of that top of sand, shooting at an ISO 100 f9, about a 20th of a second again, because our light's pretty consistent today, which is awesome. But here, I'll show it to you again, back of the camera. There it is. So you can see just these really cool patterns in all this frozen sand, and then you just got that little kind of drippy, bubbly effect, and then drop down below that, regular sand, and there's my one little black rock, which I'm super digging. So that's the shot, really simple. No polarizers again, no ND filters, there's nothing. This is just capture the beauty that's directly in front of me. 2-second timer, and that's it. Well, friends, I think that is going to be a day. I think I have found all that there is to find. That's not entirely true. I think I have found all that I am motivated enough to find today. This is a great little park, great little beach. I mean, it's a gorgeous lake, and I didn't photograph it once, really, just little bits and pieces of it. Actually, I photographed one log 3 different times, but I like those 3 photographs, so that's fine. It's absolutely fine. You know, the patterns in the sand and in the log and in the snow and the ice, all of those things are really very cool, and it's fun to just kind of focus in on those single details. But I think now it's time to head back and get a little coffee. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you for coming along with me. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and tell your friends, because the more the merrier. And from Park Point here in Duluth, Minnesota, so long, and we'll see you next time.